The Summit Racing catalog has been a fixture in car guys' garages and shops for years. But it wasn't always that way. Although Summit Racing was founded in 1968, the company didn't begin to produce its famous catalog until the 1970s. And the company didn't have to search long to find one of the very first cover cars. Lynne Smith's relationship with Summit Racing and its founder goes all the way back to the company's origins and beyond.
One bit of history was that Summit and my business started in the same year, 1968. And I often told Paul he made better choices than I did. But we had that history from the late 60s, and that was the year we started putting this car together.
Smith began building the altered race car in 1968, the same year Summit Racing was founded. Although he was in the middle of another project, he couldn't resist an opportunity to buy it.
From my youth, Altereds were just the neatest thing ever, and never thought you'd grow up to have one. And so when I found it, it made a lot more sense to me than a rail.
Smith says the car has been home to a few different engine combinations over the years, including its original Ford 302 Highwinder, an injected Chevy small block, and its current Hillborn injected Hemi. As for the rest of the vehicle, he's tried to keep the look as period correct as possible, especially with the rise of nostalgia racing.
No one would build a car like this today, but yet we remember when it was state of the art and didn't know any better.
These days, Smith and his Altered, which has since been converted to alcohol, can be found at area car shows, and he even relives the car's glory days by doing some nostalgia racing.
When we raced it more seriously in the 70s and 80s, makes me feel old too, but 73, the car, with me going along for the ride, won the IHRA All-American Nationals in Bristol, and we beat the national record holder that day.
So what about the Altered's other claim to fame? Smith still has vivid memories about his Summit Racing catalog cover shoot.
It was shot before video and digital. It was done on film in it was a area store called Clicks that was across from one of my shops. And we did it in the winter, and they, not by photoshopping, but hand deleted the snow.
Much like Lynne Smith's vintage Altered, Summit Racing is running strong after 50 years. Something Smith didn't exactly foresee in 1968.
You could kind of see the potential, but I think we'd all be kidding ourselves if we said in 1968 we would be here and Summit just down the street, and the size it is, and certainly good for you guys.